Everyone, I have finished this Matchstick mouse book, and I thought it would be fun to show you a little flip through. Sorry, the light is shining on the cover. A little flip through of all my pages. So if you want to, if you've got the book and you want to have a look and see how you might colour them, I thought it might be fun. And I know a lot of you just like having a little look at a completed book. Haven't filled that in. And I don't colour that. Perhaps I should. It's very cute, isn't it? Okay, so let's get started. I'm actually going to come in a lot closer because I think it's nicer to be able to see the pictures up close as we get the opportunity to. I haven't done any backgrounds or any of them around the circle. I know a few people do. It's just not what I do. I just like to keep it simple and do the little picture. So this one I did with Castle Arts Gold. I have a feeling I did it when I did the flip through of the book, but I'm not really sure. But I did it a long time ago. So that was a lot of fun. And there's also some silver pen. It's tippets you might be able to see in the dandelions. I don't think it's going to pick up, but there's some silver as well. I can see it from here. It's a lot of use, isn't it? Okay, so this one was done with Arteza Expert pencils. I actually used one of Sarah Renee Clark's colour cube cards for the colour scheme. So we obviously had greys and yellows and greens. It was a little tricky for me in places. I like having that challenge, which is what I love about the cards. See the tree? There was no brown, so you can see I've tried to mix the yellow and the green a little bit and make the trunk colour, which I think was fine, you know, and I had a lot of fun with that one. If you want to check out the colour cube card, just for reference, it was number 29. I've written it on this page. So, and there, I think there's a photo of it on my Facebook page with the card on it, but I didn't bring the cards through today. Now this one I seem to remember was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle, but I haven't written down what pencils I used, but I'm looking at those purples and I am thinking Castle. I am thinking Castle Art Soft Touch, and I'm thinking Purple Lake Deep, I think, but maybe not. But there she is in her delightful bath, and I sort of themed it, so I like to do the wall in nice warm sort of mud type colour, wooden window, and then we kept sort of pinks and purples and blues, make it all nice and sort of matching, I guess, which I rather like. This one I'm pretty sure I did as a video, but I can't remember. Castle Arts Gold I used for this one. I find the slightly softer pencils are a little easier on these on this paper. It's an Amazon paper, but anything works really. And just wanted to make it look really cold outside with the grey and lovely warm and cosy inside with the warm colours. So that was the idea behind that one, really. Now this one was also a colour card. It was number 30, and I used my Cores pencils for this, so you can see it's quite an interesting colour scheme. You've got your greens, which works obviously for the leaves, and I just used it for the background as if it's sitting on, as if they're sort of sitting on grass or something. We've obviously got this sort of gold colour which I used for the tag, but these sorts of browns are not what I would normally choose for mouse. And then we've got a blue, and so I used it for the hat. So it's a really interesting mix of colours, which I would not normally. I would do roses, pink or red, and then I would match her hat in with that. But you know, it's nice to step out of the comfort zone every so often. You can't see it all. There we go, sorry. And do something a little different. Now this one I did with pastel tint pencils. I'm still learning how to use them so they're a little more vibrant, and some of them are very pale and some of them are, you can make more vibrant, you can mix them a little bit with each other or just layer them up, and so that's what I was playing with here, and I'm actually rather pleased with how it's come out. Sometimes I find my earlier pastel tint efforts were a little washed out, but I feel that this just looks like it's supposed to be these colours, and I think it works better, and I think I still got practicing to do, and I will still get better, but I think it was rather fun. Also, I sometimes mix the pastel tints with the gold, the Castle Arts Gold, and then you can darken them up a little even more if you wish. This one was done with Arteza Expert. Again, I tried to match in the colours a little bit. So her curtains and the tablecloth match-ish. I think, you know, the curtains match each other. I often do them in blue, so I decided to do them a little bit different. I wanted to make the tea look really nice. I think it's probably supposed to be chamomile, but I wanted to make it look pink and pretty, so that's what I did. And made the teapot see-through because obviously we can see what's in it. That was a challenge, and I didn't use any white pen. I just sort of left white gaps a little bit. And yeah, I made her a little bit different. So she's grey and brown, which is not how I normally colour her. Again, it's quite nice to mix it up and try different things. So that's what I do. This was a buddy colour with Kylie, and this was before I got my colour cube, and she had one. Mine was, I think I had mine, but it was a Christmas present, so I hadn't opened it. So she grabbed one of her colour cube cards, number 84, and we used that for this page. I used my polychromos, having never used a colour cube card before. I actually found all the colours, chose them all, did the 3 for each, and used different ones, and had great fun with that. And so trying to colour Mouse when we had basically crimson, mulberry, magenta, artichoke and meadowlark. So the artichoke was I used for the greens, light and dark. The magenta you can see here, the mulberries, and the crimson, I'm not sure, anyway. And then the meadowlark, a sort of green gold and Naples yellows. So I had to do her in yellows, but I managed to just layer it up and mix a bit of pink in there to darken it a bit. And of course her hat's quite camouflaged with the leaves, but actually I thought that was quite fun. You know, I don't normally do that. I normally make her stand out, but I thought it was quite fun that she was almost a little bit hidden in the middle. And I cheated and used some white pen, but yeah, Kylie didn't mind. Now this one I used my Artex pencils with, which was fun, and we've obviously got our daffodils, so I sort of try to match colour wise there. See, my match is like blue and yellow. I felt that went well, but when I use the colour cubes, the colours are so different and it really opens my eyes to different combinations. That's fun. I didn't really know what they were eating. I thought they looked a bit like what are those chocolate sweets that have got a crispy shell and that sort of shape. I don't eat sweets anymore. I don't know what they're called. Used to love them as a child. I can't remember. Maybe they don't make them anymore. Not Maltesers, because they're not round. They're sort of flat. Crispy shells. Oh gosh, it's going to bug me. I might remember. Anyway, that's what I thought they were. So I coloured them in brown. Or they could have been nuts, because I don't know. I don't know what bats eat. I have no idea. Anyway, this was a bit of a colour cube card disaster, I think. This was coloured in Arteza Premium, and I used colour cube card 34. I haven't got the cards, as I said, but obviously you've got a red and a pink and a blue and a yellow, effectively. And I think, had I done this, if I was doing this again, I would go completely differently. I would use the red and the yellow to make a sunset sky, and I would use the blue for everything else to make it look a bit like it was dark or twilight or something like that, possibly. So I would do it completely differently. But I grabbed the sort of pinky browns and thought I've got to do Mouse that colour, and then wanted to do the flowers red, and then I sort of got a bit lost. I just not sure I like it, but you know, that's fine. It's all about experimenting, and I think actually doing something you don't like can be as much help when you're learning as doing something you do like. And again, out of my comfort zone, trying something different, and that's brilliant. Now we have Arteza Premium for this one. I thought this was just the cutest picture. I'm assuming Mouse is giving some flowers to her mum, but I don't know, it might not be at all. But that's how I interpreted the picture. And I had a bit of fun doing a sort of interesting sky, because there's such a small amount of sky in this picture, you can mess around with it. I could have done a bit more with the bushes, but... And behind her, it was a bit tricky. So I thought I'd just do it really pale, and then they come forward, because they're the main part of the picture, aren't they? So I had a lot of fun with that one. So and I left some white. Sometimes I don't like leaving white, but I felt it just worked with her dress. So I did that. Now this one I used Staedtler Design Journey pencils, and I tried to copy the cover. Now the cover's a lot more vibrant. Staedtler Design Journey aren't the most vibrant pencils in the world, but I had such fun. It was brilliant copying something. For a change, I didn't have to think about what colours to do. I just grabbed my pencils, I looked at the picture, and I just went for it, and I loved it. And I've done it quite a lot since with art pictures. Not sure in this book, but in my springtime book I'm going to do it for every picture. So I've done a few already, and it's so fun. I'm lucky because I've got 2 copies of springtime, which 2 people, lovely people, have sent me. So one of them I can copy pictures in, and one of them I can do my own thing, and it's just brilliant. And one day when I ever get round to finishing, I could do a comparison, maybe. I don't know. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here. But I had lots of fun with this one. I really enjoyed it, so it just made me want to do more like that. So there we go. Now this one, I used Staedtler Design Journey pencils again, and some stickers. I think you can just about make them out on the river. So I've got and on the plant. The plant I use gold, but the river I've got stickers called Waterfall. So that was fun for that one. I kept the leaf quite plain there, but I think I didn't want to overwhelm that area because we've got mouse there to stand out, and worm. So I love the fact that worm seems to be sitting on a little cushion. I wasn't sure if it was one, but there's something behind mouse, and I just wanted them to have little cozy cushions, but I don't know if that's what they are. Anyway. This one I used Erga Soft for. It was fun. I wanted to make it look a little bit jungly. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. I've just had lunch. With a sort of green background, rather than doing sky. I thought was fun, and lots of bright colours really. But again, sticking with the pinks and purples and blues is something that I've been doing a lot. I need to step away from that. I think it's I need to come out of my comfort zone there. But I had a lot of fun with doing this wood and all that sort of thing. I don't know why he's doing that. But anyway, it's good fun. Oh, there's a big noise outside. Hopefully you can't hear it, Smell. This one I use Castle Art Seascape. Sometimes I grab a limited set. I don't want too much colour choice, and I just have fun with it. Gosh, that is a loud noise. I think it's the drain cleaning lorry. It's lovely. So I don't normally do worm that vibrant. It was probably the only colour I had, but I think it's quite a good idea because he stands out a little bit more because he's there all cute, curled up, and imagine being asleep there. Aww. And I matched up the flowers, which I may not have needed to. I could have mixed them up a bit, but I had some fun with that one. Okay, and here I grabbed my Castle Arts Monet. So again, grabbing a set and just being a bit limited in colour and going for it. I'd always wanted to really do purple for these bells. I mean, they are blue bells, I think, but some blue bells are quite purpley, not this shade of purple, but I don't know, that's the colour I wanted. I think this pink background isn't quite the right pink to match the purple, but hey, it's done now. She looks so cute. Right, this one was done with Castle Arts Botanical. I rather like the idea of doing a bit of I find that orange and reds set off purples really well. So doing this sunset or sunrise like that, and then having these against it, I think it worked well. So that was fun. I could have varied I thought they all looked like the same flower, which is why I coloured them the same, really. So that was that. So that was a lot of fun. This was done with Staedtler Design Journey. I think this would have been the super soft set. Gosh, it's a bit of an alliteration, isn't it? And I've done all my flowers the same colour. I just think they match better. Like those match those, and it ties it together. We did a bit of gold, quite basic gold, but quite fun. A bit of a brushy matte, so that was good fun. And tried to put a bit of fur on her. And I did her grey because we've got quite a lot of brown going on. And I didn't have the super soft set. I've only got 24, so I've got a huge range of browns. So by the time we've used one brown for the door and a different one for the wall, that's it. So I thought I'd do her grey. It also makes a change to do her grey sometimes. she's grey in this one as well. This was done with the Staedtler Design Journey pencils too. So that was fun. This is number 25, I think. What I decided to do was to make Beetle look, he's copying the picture exactly, but Worms is just a random modern arty thing, but I used the same colours from here to here because I thought he's, you know, he should be maybe being inspired by this, so that was a bit of fun. And here we have Black Widow Spider pencils, so I had this quite a good range in that set of different colours, so that was good. And I felt like they were playing dress up. I'm not really quite sure what they're doing, but I thought it was good fun. I love the fact that Worm looks like he's got a Mohican. I think it's good, but I just mixed and matched lots of different colours, bright colours, because I thought they're having lots of fun. They're not, I don't think they're trying to dress up in something smart. I think they're messing around because they're laughing. So I thought I'd do something a bit, you know, these don't match. That was the point. This one was done in Chroma Flow. I have a feeling there might be a video for this one, but I'm not entirely sure. So that was fun. Chroma Flow, I've only got, I say only, I've got 24, which means that I've got a limited colour palette again, which helps me, you know, sometimes I don't want lots of colour. But I did her grey because I felt greys matched in better with this colour scheme rather than, because it's quite cold, rather than warming it up with the brown. There's a pigeon through my window, preening on the shelf. This one was done with the Black Widow Cobra set. It's a little bit limited with the sense that there's no blue apart from the hat, which is more of a aquamarine. I think it might be called that, I'm not sure. So I had to do the sky a different colour, so that was really good because it you know, stretched me. So I did purple for a change and it looks different, which was good. There's not many browns either, so Mouse had to be grey. It's fine. And I did some red dots with Posca in some of the flowers or leaves. I thought it looked a little bit too plain, so I just did some Posca dots. Why not? This one I used my Artex pencils for, and yeah, they were quite new to me then. I was just experimenting with them really and having some fun. So there's nothing too exciting. The sky is really samey, you know, there's nothing going on there really, but you know, I just had fun with that one. Now this one, I'm pretty sure this was a buddy colour. It's just the cutest, this, I don't know if you can see. So Castle Arts Gold, and I did shiny shiny snow, and for the actual falling snow, and for the snowdrops there's some grey streaks on them a little bit just to make them show up, and the snow has got a bit of grey in it as well, or is that slightly green? I can't work it out, but anyway, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I wanted to make it all really cold, hence why Mouse is cold colours and Scarf is cold and everything, and make it really cold. Now this bit warmer though, isn't it? So Chroma Flow again for this one. So a nice warm sunset / rise, you know. And I kept all the flowers the same because I thought it looked like a daisy chain. So I made them yellow with a tiny bit of pink, but it doesn't really look massively like a daisy. But you know, it was, I had fun with it, so that's good. This one was fun too. I used my Coarse pencils for this because they've got nice pink, pale pinks and things like that. So I decided, I don't know why I thought she would have some green on the cake. So she's got green icing everywhere. Maybe I was limited with my colours. Maybe I didn't want to use too many. I'm not sure. But it was a lot of fun doing that one, the cake and the bunting and stuff. There's a lot of background going on there, but that was okay. I had fun with that too. This one I used Castle Arts Gold. Again, the flowers are all the same. They're obviously on the same bush or tree. So, but we did the background, I faded it a little bit into the centre just to make it look a little bit different. And the flowers have got some Posca yellow for the centres and white to just make them look a little bit more interesting and fun, really. So that's that. This one I did just the other day. I used Castle Arts pastel tint for the background and for some of the elements, and the gold for others. So I mixed it up a little bit. I wanted the idea of this sort of just a very pale background, I thought would, and then the apples would sort of really stand out, so that worked for me. The apples have got white dots on, but unfortunately the pen has made them go a bit peachy. The white has bled into the white, but never mind. And there we go. So and I just did Mouse's hat and bag, just sort of matching with the general colour scheme, but they're slightly different colours, so I just did it that way. This one is Chromaflow pencils again. Lots of layers on these to bring them out. Now I did this a bit wrong, so the sky's fine. I went from dark to mid to light blue, and then put some grey in the clouds, and then whited out the black, and I think that worked quite well, especially if you look from a further away distance than I am. The plant, now it's looking at this leaf here, look, it's got a centre bit and then stripes. I thought this was like an iris, and this was like one of the iris flowers petals, but I think now on reflection that's a leaf, but possibly doesn't matter. I really wanted it to look a little bit more brighter and more exciting, so what I did was I added this bright yellow, which you do get on the irises, but lots of yellow dots and bits of yellow into the other petals as well, just to bring out, you might not be able to see it that well, and there's a mixture of pinks and purples in the different petals, which I had fun with that. Didn't pay so much time to the other elements. The hat's very vibrant, isn't it? Almost neon, which was fun. But I just had great fun with those petals, really. Okay, and we have Chromaflow again. Seems to be quite a regular occurrence in this book. And here is Owl, looking ever so cute. I sort of decided I wanted these flowers to be blue, and I'm not really sure why, but the blue and the yellow, I really like that combination, so that's what I did. And because of that, I just kept Owl to greys. I'm not sure. Oh, I have got a really pale grey in my Chromaflow. I think that's black, but just applied really gently. So I had fun with that one. Now for this one I used Arteza Premium pencils. Again, there's quite a few layers on the flowers. So there's a darker orange and a lighter one, then a yellow to sort of bring it all together. There's quite a lot going on, and the centres have a bit of yellow and then some brown as well to just brighten them a little bit and give. I was trying to give a bit of texture to these bits, but it didn't really work, but it doesn't matter. So that was fun. And the sky, you can see I just did a little bit of pink. Now pink and orange is not usually what I would do, but you know, perhaps I should have just done blue. I don't know, but it's a bit different, isn't it? This was done with Staedtler Noris. I just wanted to try out my Noris and see. Now you can see how this is very pale. They're almost like a pastel effect because they're such a hard pencil. It's very, very difficult to get much out. There's lots and lots and lots of layers here, and it still doesn't look very vibrant. Better on the mouse, but it was fun. And what I have done now is I put my Noris in together with all my other Staedtler pencils, so if I want a slightly lighter version of a particular colour, I can grab my Noris, and I think it's going to make me use them more and have more fun with them, so that's good. I used Artex for this one. The flowers are the sort of a couple of shades of purple and some pink on the tips all mixed together, which was good fun, and the centres I did some yellow, but then some yellow and orange dots with Posca on that one and that one. I didn't on the others, so you obviously can't really see the centres. I picked that colour for Mouse's hat because I really like it. I didn't think about whether it would match, but I think it works. And yeah, and I did a few splots in the background of purple Posca to sort of tie in with the flowers, really. I don't know how well it worked, but I had fun with that. This one was done with Arteza Expert pencils. I'm not sure why I chose such a dull green for the bushes in the background, but I tried to brighten them up with a bit of green Posca dots, but I'm not really sure it worked. But that was them. The flowers have got some white Posca in dots and lines to try and make them look a little bit more fun as well. And I just sort of matched her hat in, really. This is the last one. This was done with Bambino crayons. They can be very, very vibrant. I did layer them up a little bit to get them that bright. And there's a selection of purple, oranges and yellows in each leaf. But I've also used some white pen on here as well to show some shine. And it was a lot of fun. So it actually got me using my Bambinos on a few other pictures too. Now these leaves, my Bambino greens are nearly completely run out. So these leaves are actually blue and yellow. There's no green in here. I had to mix the colours up, and that was rather fun as well. But that is the end of that book. So I had a lot of fun with colouring that one. So thank you to the lovely person that sent me the book. I really appreciate it. So there we go. So I'm now working on finishing another Morgan O'Brien book actually, which I'm rather enjoying. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and happy colouring.